How about some random amplifier talk on a Wednesday morning? I can hear my cats talking out there too. Uh, so I've been playing these for a few weeks, a good few gigs, maybe 4 gigs, 5 gigs on uh, this one. And then the last outdoor thing we did, I played this one here. And that's, well, close to how I had it set up. It really doesn't take much on something where people are miking you up, as you know. I wanted to talk about tube amps in general and longevity and the ruggedness of them. People worry about it. I always worried about it. I played solid state stuff in a lot of crappy clubs. I did it out of convenience. I still have a Hughes and Kettner Stompman under the seat in my truck, just in case, which I haven't had an amplifier go down or a tube red plate in 15 years. Last time I had a tube red plate at a gig, I was playing a PV Classic 30 and, of course, EL 84s, the weakest tube in my opinion. It's the only tube I've ever seen go bad at gigs for me and other players. Maybe not the only one, but EL 84s every time in my experience. But these, in particular, this is a pair of JJ Tesla 6V6S. Now this amp is a 6V6 amp. The one over here to the left is a 6L6 amp. It's got the bigger power supply, larger multi-tap output transformer. But these tubes in specifically these tubes, you can look at the paint, the heat paint, how fresh it looks. I've been playing these same 6V6 tubes since 2004. That's no lie. I've played probably 500 gigs on these tubes since 2004. This same pair of Teslas, these 6V6S. And they're a little bit microphonic if you want to make them. I never hear them ring. They do in a combo sometimes. I've had them in combos. I've had them in heads. I've had them in an Ampeg Jet back in the day. I've had them in, I don't know, God knows, 25 amp. I don't know. It could be 20 amps that I've played those tubes in. And they're still here. And I was using this as my backup amp this past weekend, but it still sounds fresh as a daisy. No kidding. And these are new matched tongue soles that are in this one. Those are, once again, the 6L6. But these 6V6 Tesla S, I've been playing them since... Boy, I better be more specific. I mean, it could have been like 2006, 2008. Damn near 20 years. That pair of tubes. And I've never had a problem with them. Let's go out gig after gig after gig. And, never an issue. So tube amps can be that way too. I, once again, do carry the solid state amp underneath my seat. And I've played them in situations where I just feel like it. I've got the whole PA. I'm feeling tax on gear. I got to mic everybody. I'm running, I'm doing the vocals and the guitar, and got another guitar player that I'm miking or doing, etc. And so I'll just, sometimes good enough is good enough, and the band is big enough. I don't need to, shine. Sometimes I'll break out the acoustic guitar and play for a while and into my guitar setup, my electric setup. So this is, not so much about the amps in particular, but about, tube amps. And now, of course, I built this amp. It's very simple internally. There's just nothing that's going to ever go wrong with them. And they're not going to end up on a beach somewhere. Man, watch that documentary about recycling the clothing and the electronics that just end up on the beaches in third world countries and people picking through the scraps of these PC boards looking for anything usable, for any, gold-plated stuff, or just, it just makes me want to freaking puke, man. This can be serviced forever. Don't blow the output transformer by not, running it without a speaker, and it'll be here forever. It'll run forever, man. Just in particular, a lot of these amps in here, I've been running them for 8 years, and never a single problem. I've never had an amp go down that I built. And if it did, it's not a big deal, man. You blow an output transformer and a tube amp, I can replace that output transformer for the cost of the transformer. And about, half hour's labor. It's going to take me a half hour, man, to do a perfect job of replacing that output transformer. So that's what I'll charge you. Just don't do it. That's why I've got detachable power cords on the back, Speaker cord first, power cord second, and then power cord first one out, and speaker cord next, and you're always good, right? And you'll never have a problem, and they'll never go down. Guaranteed. Mine or otherwise, somebody else who builds a nice quality tube amplifier. Trust them. And, this single channel amp can do anything I ever wanted in any other amp, any gain amp, any Fender amp, any Marshall amp, any Boogie amp. I don't like Boogie amps that much. I certainly don't like working in them. You can see videos on my channel where I'm working in a Fillmore, or dual rectifier, etc., or Rogue King, or a Blue Angel, and I don't enjoy it at all. This piece of cake sounds fantastic, world class, as good as anything you'll ever hear, and extremely unique with these 6SQ7 preamps, 6SQ7 back there. For instance, that's a 1956 tube right there, military grade, made in the 39th week in 1956 in the USA. And I've got cases of these things where people just throw them in boxes and they're just rolling around for years. No kidding. I got tons of them where they're thrashed and they just sound fantastic. They're like little jewels, these little 6SQ7s. What a sound. For a single preamp tube, phase inverter in the back, and a simple power section. All that wire back there is other transformers, not coming out the back of this. Simple. Just dead simple. Great sound. You can play anyway. This one here is 24 watts. I've got 32 watt model coming. I've got some transformers coming that are going to give me a 32 watt output. I'll compare them. And you can hear samples of this amp on my thing. Am I selling amps? Yes. I like selling to locals best, because it's just, I like going out and seeing people playing my amps, and pedals and stuff. So I like working with locals. It's a lot of fun. Man, oh man, don't believe the fucking hype. Tube amps are still great. They're still the best option, in my opinion. Argued out in the comments. I play with people, with a guy who plays a great modeler and all the latest stuff, and it sounds fine. It's not what I want to play. When I have a relationship with these things, I'll tell you what, man. I've never been more inspired. And I got into these amps, I'll tell you right now, by that vintage 47 combo right there. This 15 watt vintage 47 clone of a Gibson EH185G, I think it was, and that's what got me into it. That got me into it. And I just started making my own. They're Valco style circuits, and been playing guitar probably 7 years, something like that. I know, laugh it out on that one watching my videos, but I guess you could say I'm mainly a singer with a really good ear. How about that? That's played guitar for 47 years. Uh, I mean, tube amps, man. It's a relationship. They sound incredible. Modelers can sound okay. They'll never be this. They'll never have the personality. I just throw this simple pedal board into it. I love that SP compressor for knocking back my heavy right hand. You know, because I am most of the time singing guitar player. Uh, Guys are playing solos. I'll hit that compressor and get out of the way because I got a pretty heavy right hand, and I can. It just does me good. It keeps my playing in check, makes me sound more professional. But those simple, cheap Walrus Audio delay and reverbs kept me real happy. I've been real happy with them. Set and forget. Same with this Carl Martin surf trim, a really good cheap surf trim. Uh, Anyways, little guitar talk on a Wednesday morning with coffee. Speaking of guitar talk, my friend Josh Tagwinod made this guitar. He's in Palo Alto, California. I haven't seen him making guitars lately, but and this has a neck made by Freestone. I found it on eBay. Freestone guitars, Freestone neck in New York. Fantastic, really fat neck, and a really great guitar. Lindy Fralin pickups, steel polar humbucker in the bridge that sounds very P90ish. Cleans up fantastic. Treble bleed. Anyways, random guitar talk. I just had a really good gig this weekend, and these were all parts of the toolbox. Huh. Anyways, live long and prosper, man. These are both under 12 pounds. The 6v6 with the big power transformer with everything's 3 amps, you know, everything. You know what I'm talking about. Running those heaters. And I think that one's 12 pounds, maybe. It was a 12-pound amp. Nothing to it. CNC details. Just having fun, man. Cats want to get fed again, I guess. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great life. Just lost another friend yesterday. Enjoy it while you can, everybody.